Hi everybody, Armoured Pants here, and I have another video for you, one you asked for. This is the review of the tank which is currently in the Battle Pass at level 1, T-28 1940 model, which is now a collectible tank. And we will have a look at some gameplay and go through the major technical aspects of this tank. Now, as I said, it's the first tank in Battle Pass. We already did a review of the Ox. I'll put a link in the description. You get it at level 1, so basically it's free once you buy the Battle Pass. So the question is, of course, is it worth it? This is a pre-5.5 tank. It was taken out in update 5.5. It used to be a tech tree tank and a Russian tech tree, a medium tank, and it was a shit box back then, and I have seen nothing to state that it is any better now. In fact, it may even be worse. So let's have a look at some gameplay while I talk you through the major characteristics of this tank. Now, you know my journey on Blitz. I was a terrible player, and then I started watching videos and decided to go back down to lower tiers and try to perfect some skills and practice the skills where it's a bit more forgiving, right? And my medium tank play, I did a lot with the Panzer III, which was a tier 3 German tech tree tank then, and then the Panzer IV-D, which was a tier 4, still is tier 4 German tech tree tank. And for my heavy tank play, I was doing the DW2, trying to, and the Hetzer for TD play, and trying to perfect how to play those tanks at lower levels before I went back up to the levels again. Now, while I was playing Panzer III, but particularly the Panzer IV-D and the DW2 and the Hetzer, I fragged fucking thousands of these motherfucking things. They were the biggest, one of the biggest shit boxes, along with the M3 Lee. One of the biggest shit boxes there was in tier 4. They're a fucking massive target. They've no armor. They don't need sloped armor, so it's really easy to. Here's another fucking one on the other team. Really easy to fucking pen. Now, they have a 76mm gun at the moment. Now, they used to have different gun options. Now there's just one gun option. The gun itself is snub nose gun, so as you can imagine, it has poor muzzle velocity, right? Its muzzle velocity is like 760 meters per second or something. That's just crap. That's if you run supercharge. If you don't run supercharge, it's like 600 something. Right? So fucking, you could throw a shell faster than this fucking thing fires it. It's a massive fucking target, right? I mean, it's the same size as some tier 6 tanks, right? So you're just gonna get fucking hammered in terms of being hit. It doesn't need sloped armor, so you get penned by almost anything. And if there's a bigger gun, like with better pen numbers, like the 75mm gun on the German tanks, or the M7, or things you're going to come up with like that, they're going to pen you with HE on the back and the sides, and sometimes even on the front, and they're going to be fucking rolled for 200 plus hit points when you consider you've only got 600, right? You're 2 to 3 shots. A tier 3, which is like crazy, sorry, tier 4, which is crazy shit, right? It is mobile. It has good power to weight ratio. It has good top speed, right? So you can get around the map. But it's, you know, it's a massive target, and you know, literally these things are as easy to kill as fucking bacteria. I mean, it's fucking unbelievably easy to kill. Another thing, you know, this is a historical tank, right? This tank actually existed. The Russians rolled out in this piece of shit in the 1940s, right? Now, if you look at this in a historical context, if you compare this piece of shit here, look at its design, to a Panzer III and the early versions of the Panzer IV, which are around in 1940. It's no wonder the Russians got their asses handed to them in fucking Operation Barbarossa, because this fucking thing is nowhere near the same level of technological advancement as German tanks at the time. If you consider the German tanks that invaded France, if you want to get a particularly apples to apples comparison, you can just imagine this. I mean, imagine, no wonder the Germans called them Ivan cookers. I mean, you're rolling out on this thing against a fucking Panzer III or Panzer IV with an experienced invasion of France led tank crew. You're just asking to get fucking your ass handed to you. I mean, you're going back to Moscow in a fucking body bag or in a fucking bin liner or something. Like, it's just, you know, it's just a piece of shit. I mean, it was no fun when it was in the tech tree, but at least then I had a better gun. Now it's just no fun at all. By the way, if you're up tiered in this thing, fucking forget about it. Trying to pen a fucking KV1 or a T1 heavy with this thing, literally you may as well get out and start throwing tennis balls or maybe insults at them. That's about the only way you're going to hurt them, if you can hurt their feelings. So, you know, it's free, you know, but is it fun? Not really. Is it worth getting? Not really. You know, if you're getting the battle pass, yeah, keep it in your collection, why not, or just sell it, whatever. It doesn't mean you don't get fuck off for selling anyway, but you know, it's literally the latest tank that they've had in battle passes recently, so definitely nothing to get excited about. Anyway, guys, I hope you found that useful. I hope you found it enjoyable. It's probably definitely more enjoyable than playing the T-28, which you know, for your first couple of runs out you might enjoy it, but then, you know, once you start playing a bit more, and especially when you're up tiered, you're not going to enjoy that at all. So guys,